didn't get the moldboard finished last night like I wanted to. I ran into some problems, and one thing that makes a business owner is to be humble and not afraid to call somebody when you need advice. Generally on hard plate, I've always just blowed holes through because it didn't need to be precise, you know, we was putting side cutters on a bucket or something like that. But this moldboard, the hose needs to be perfect all the way down, so that's why we invested in this Hougen drill. I got, I think, 11 holes cut last night with that carbide cutter, and I'm new to angler bits. I've never owned a mag drill personally. I had one when I worked at Caterpillar, but we never really used it. I have some learning curves to make with this since it's a new product to me. I called my really good friend that I made, Craig Davenport. I was picking his brain, and he gave me the idea of a trick that he uses to make the job easier, and that's what we did. I went through and I preheated around all my markings for each drill hole that I needed to do with a torch, let it set overnight, come back through this morning with a carbide or just a regular cutter tip instead of a carbide tip, and finished out the remaining holes. I think it was 13 more holes I had to finish out. So never be afraid to call and use your contacts that you've made to ask opinions. It don't hurt, and it don't make you look no less than what you are. I'm gonna pop these cutting edges off real quick, show you the hose. That drill did an amazing job. Like I said, I just got to learn a little bit better on how to run it. Satisfied with it, so we'll go through and pop this, and I'll kind of give you my next deal that we're going to use. Okay, so there's the finished product. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. This is a T-bevel. These things come in handy when you're finding angles. There was enough left on the old moldboard to find the tapered angle that goes up to the top part of the blade, and that's what this angle right here is. We're going to fit this moldboard in this square cut that it is now. We're going to slide it into the blade, and I'm going to make my markings where I think we need to angle it back, like so. But before we cut that piece, I want to fit it and make sure it's going to stick out just a little bit past the sides of the blade. Another thing is, where the moldboard was wore out so bad, I didn't really have a good reference on a factory board of the width of it. This is a piece of 8 inch wide, 1 inch thick AR plate, and I really need 7 inches from here to here. So what I'm going to do, instead of coming down this backside and ripping that whole 1 inch section out, we're going to notch the blade up another inch and just let that slide in, and that gives you enough edge once you're on there to have wear. So you got this much wear right here. If I would have moved these holes up another inch, where that would make it like a 7 inch factory piece, you can see what little bit of a wear edge we would have had. But instead of freaking out, and I just stood back and looked at it, looked at the situation I had, I went out and looked at the blade, and we got room where we can notch the blade where this slides in. We'll just come up another inch, and I'll show you that in another video. Other than that, nothing but good deals on the Hougen Mag complaints, which it's probably there. I've just not read the instructions yet on. So if you ask me, do I have any complaints on the drill, since I'm talking highly of it, this is our first job I've used with it. I still, you know, I'm gonna learn and get more efficient with this drill and with the angler bits. If I had a complaint about the drill, it would be when you turn your magnet off and you go to move your drill around. I was using 2 inch bits, so they would hang below the magnet. Sometimes this would just let down. It makes it a pain in the butt to try to move the drill around. I don't know if there's a tensioner screw that I can fool with to make it where it won't just free down like that. But if there was a complaint, that's my only one. People already asked me on our other social pages how I like this auto oil feeder bottle. I love it, and it's pretty cool because it will go through this end here and come right out on top of the cutter and on the inside of the cutter. So that thing is staying cool through the whole cut. So if you're looking for a mag drill, I would definitely look at Hougen. Another cool feature is this handle. A hand, spin that off, and you put your handle on the opposite side if you're getting in a bind. Other than that, the swivel base is awesome, the magnet's strong, And to me right now, this is a very good investment. Definitely for long-term use. We're gonna get this cutting edge pulled around back to the blade and start fitting it up. Forgot to mention what kind of lubricant I was using to keep my cutters cool. This is Roto Magic. Hougen sells it with the machine. You gotta cut it down. The bottle that we're using, 10 parts, 1 part of the oil, and then 9 parts of water. So what I've been doing is been keeping the bits really cool. We fill up right to that line with the oil, and then I fill up to this line, give or take, with water, shake it up, dump it in my feed bottle there, and that's it. This cutting oil right here, I like it, it's really good. And I'm talking like I've used this thing for years, which I haven't, so I don't want y'all to get any opinions on it, but my first take, I'm very happy. Either way, Hougen Mag Drill, Roto Magic oil for your cooling. It's good products. Thank y'all.